Here you go. The first thing to do in any sales situation or even an interaction situation, not necessarily a commercial selling situation, the first thing to do is connection. Without it, you have resistance, so you have to employ tactics, convincing, persuasion. That's why all this literature about convincing and persuasion came into place. Or without connection, you can go even into forcing things to happen. And that's not appealing. That's not good. Not for you, not for the person you're talking with. However, when you have connection, when the interaction between you and that person you're talking with, it is like between old friends, that they trust each other. Now, when you have that, there is flow, there is understanding, there is willingness to play and to engage and step in the other person's shoes. You see, all of the selling programs that I know of, and I know quite a few, they teach you that the first thing when you enter a sales situation, when you find a prospect, is to start asking them questions. Questions about what they like, what their values are, what they would like in this purchase, if they would be to buy it, when they would do it, all sorts of tricky questions like that, to lure the person into feeling basically the purchase. But without connection, they won't relate to you. They won't tell you the truth. They will tell you only superficial things that they see fit for you to know. Until they feel safe and secure in your presence, until they trust you, that you're not going to force them into a decision, that you're not going to judge them for saying no or stuff like that, they're not going to engage with you. They're not going to play with you. You see? And also, some of those programs, they mention about creating rapport or creating relationships. But you see, creating rapport and relationships, that's a shallow thing. And what's shallow is not of the essence. And even if you create that rapport and if you create that feeling during that interaction, let's say you have a charisma and you have a personal charm and so forth, the moment when you're away the next day and you're not there anymore in their presence to create that atmosphere of desire and stuff like that, they're going to cancel, they're going to resent the purchase, they're going to call you complaining with every little thing. We all have had situations like that, clients that we kind of trick them into purchasing something. Now, what I'm talking about it is connection, which goes way beyond rapport and relationships and something like that. It's about being authentic, about being your authentic self into that interaction. And here's the kicker, the main difference between connection and creating rapport or relationships. You see, the question is not how to create connection, because you see, we're already connected. We're coming from the same place. We're already connected, and we know that at some level. You see, a better question it is, what stands in the way for us to be aware of the connection which already exists among us? And the answer is your ego. Your mistaken belief that you're separate from the person you're talking with, and also the mistaken belief that you need something from them in order for you to feel in a particular way, to feel happy, to feel safe and secure because you make that money, to feel good about yourself because you made that sale, and so on and so forth. So, just to keep it short, keep in mind, before entering any sales situation, any influencing situation, influencing your children, your friends, or whoever, take your ego out of the equation. Take your personal desires out of the equation. Stop making the things about you and what you want, and basically simply be with that person just as you're talking with your old friends, without any particular agenda, without any need for them to do something for you. Because you see, what people really need is connection, is to be listened to as a human being. They don't need your product or service, really. All they need is that connection. And if you can give them that, they will play with you. And they will open themselves up to have an experience of whatever product or service you have to offer. And if the feeling of that experience would be much pleasant than the feeling of the money they have to give you in return, now you have a transaction. So keep that in mind. Connection. Talk to you soon.